Hello guys, how you guys are doing? I hope you people are doing good. So today we are going to make an amazing game. It is nothing the Pacman game. So we are going to make this game in very simple way. So without wasting time, let's begin our session. First of all, yeah, we have the sprites Pacman, three ghost, red ghost, blue ghost, white ghost, and an apple to eat for the food for the Pac-Man. Then we also have start button, okay, which is not visible right now. Yeah, the play button. Then we have the game over sprite as well. If I go to the backdrop, you have two backdrop. Initially, I want to see this backdrop, the Pac-Man backdrop, the cover page. Then I want to go to the game backdrop, okay. So these are the things, so how we want, what are the things that we want to do is that we want to create clones of apple sprite, and we have to arrange it on the maze backdrop in the particular position. For example, we want to arrange it properly without touching the blue color, the maze. Okay. Then what we want to do is that we want to add a variable for the apple to keep, yeah, it is already I made it to save the time. So we want to create a variable called apple to keep count of apple, as well as we want to make the Pac-Man to move around the maze with the arrow key to eat the apple, and if Pac-Man eats the apple, you will get one score. So you can score the points. Yeah. So the ghost, and what we want to do for the ghost, we want to make the ghost move all around the maze and change the direction upon touching the blue color of the maze. On touching the ghost, if Pac-Man touches the ghost, Pac-Man loses a life. When lives become 0, we have to stop the game and we want to show that game over sprite. So these are the things that we have to do in this game. First of all, we can code for the start button. Okay, this play button, quite simple, right? I think you know already. When I click on green flag, I want to make it show. So if I click on green flag, I want to make it show, as well as I need to switch the backdrop, not to this one. I need to this backdrop only. Okay. So no, sorry. Initially, I need this backdrop. When I click on the green flag, I need this backdrop. So what I had to do is that you have to put switch backdrop to start backdrop. Okay. And so when I click on the green flag, you can see the play button, as well as the backdrop should be this one only, the Pac-Man. Okay. Yeah, next what we have to do, when I click on the play button, so which block? This block, right? When the sprite click, when I click on the play button, what I have to do? Yeah, I want to hide the play button, as well as I need to change the backdrop to the maze backdrop, the player backdrop. Okay. So let's see. When I click on the green flag, it is the things are appearing here, and when I click on the play button, it is switching to this backdrop. All right. So previously you see this game over sprite, which is completely visible. So what I had to do is that when green flag is clicked, I don't want to see it, so I'm hiding that one. And when it want to show only when it is receiving a message. Okay, I will send one message during when it is hitting the ghost. I will send one message called game over. Game over. And this game over backdrop should be visible when I receive this game over message. So when I receive game over message, I want to make the game over sprite to be visible. So I put a show block. All right. Then we can code for the Pac-Man right now, the player sprite. Okay. So we coded for the start button, play button, as well as game over. Now let's code for the uh, Pac-Man. So I'm clicking on the play button. So here is our Pac-Man. Initially, when it want to work when backdrop switches to maze backdrop, right? When it is switching to this backdrop only, I need to make the Pacman to work. To work means I want to make it show only when it is switching the maze backdrop, as well as I need to set the position. How to set the position? I want to set the position by using a block called go to XY block. So go to XY block is just like the address. This is determining where the sprite want to stand. Okay. So when it want to stand in this position. Okay. When it is starting the game, the Pacman should be only in that position. Wherever we put this Pacman, it will come to that exact position. That is the use of this go to XY block. Okay. Next, we have to put some condition. What I want to do for Pacman, basically, I need to make the Pacman to move. So I am using a for block. Next, I need to use if then condition. So if I click on up arrow key, so I am putting the condition if key up arrow pressed, what I need to do, it want to point in direction. Point in direction means this block will determine in which direction it want to face. We will face in south, north directions, right? Just like that, this sprite is also facing such a direction. So if I put point in direction 0, this will face towards up. Okay. Then I want to make it move. So here to make it move, I already have a variable called move. I made a variable, so I am setting that move variable to 1. Okay. Next, similarly, so when I click on up arrow key, it will move, and I set the move value to be 1. Okay. So just like that, I want to do the next. Next what? Up arrow, then down arrow, right? So if I click on down arrow, it want to point in direction in down direction. Okay. So the sprite will face towards down, and it want to move one step itself. Just like that, duplicating it. How to duplicate? You just need to right click and duplicate. Next what? Right arrow. If I click on right arrow, it want to be in 90 degree. So if I put point in direction 90, it will face towards right only. Just like that, if I want to put for left, so right clicking on, duplicating it and changing the value to left. So I also want to change the direction towards left. Alright, so we control it. Now let's see whether it is working or not. I'm clicking on play button. I'm clicking on up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow. See, it is only changing the direction, right? It is not moving. Why? Do you know why it is not moving? It is not moving because we didn't put the code. Okay, as well as it is, did you notice it is not moving? Yeah, it is working perfectly left and right. But so to instead of left, it is moving left, right. Okay, so one more thing I want to add. What I want to do is that I want to add, now it is not moving, right? So to fix that, what I had to do is that you have to put a if condition again, if then block. We didn't made it move, we just put one variable only. Still now it is not moving because we didn't ask it to move. So to make it move, we have to make use of a variable called move block. So if I want to make it move for 3 steps. Now, when it want to move, I put the value 1, isn't it? When I got the variable as move variable as 1, it want to make it move. So again, I want to go to the equal to operator. So what I'm going to do is that if the variable move equal to 1, going to the variable, taking the move block, if move equal to 1, then I want to make it move. Yeah. So if you look at now, you can see it is moving up, down, left, right, in all the direction. Okay. All right. So, but I don't want to move like that simply, right? I want to make it move. Uh, I want to stop making move when it is hitting on that blue color. Now you can see it is continuously moving in all the direction when I am controlling in that particular direction. But I don't need that. So what I had to do is that I want to put one condition. If it is touching the blue color, again you want to put one condition. I want to make it stop moving when it is touching the blue color. So I want to go to sensing block. I'm taking this touching this blue color. What I have to do, I want to make it, I want to move it little bit backward, ripple. Okay, when it is hitting it want to ripple little bit, so I am putting move -9 step, as well as I want to set move. It don't want to move, right? So I want to set that move variable to 0. I want to make it stop moving. So I put set move to 0. All right. Is this much is clear to you? We set the position and we put the directions accordingly, point in directions by using point in direction block. We put up, down, left and right. Okay. Next, what we have to do is that we done this much. So let's see whether it is hitting the blue. When it is hitting, you can see it is stop moving. It is not moving further, right? Otherwise it will keep moving. Now I'm not controlling. When it is hitting the blue color only, it is stop moving. You can see now I'm not clicking on the left arrow. Okay. All right. So these are the things that that we want to do for the Pacman. Oh, not only that, one more condition I want to use. Oh, if I want to see that, I will use on-screen board, on-screen keyboard actually. Yeah. So what we had to do is that, okay, clicking on the green flag, clicking on the play button. Now, if I click on left, it is moving left. If I click on up, it is moving up. See, I'm clicking on only for one time. It is moving continuously. Okay. Then, when it is hitting the blue color, it is stopping. That's why I made use of a variable move here. Otherwise, I can just simply put this change X or move block to make it move, to control by moving, by controlling these arrow keys. Okay. All right. So this much we done. I want to put one more condition, that when this Pacman is touching the ghost, I have 3 ghosts, right? So I want to add that condition also. Going to control block, if then condition. So I want to use 3 condition here. Either it is touching the blue ghost, or it is touching the white ghost, or it is touching the red ghost, isn't it? So I want to make use of something called OR operator. OR operator is the operator which will help us, if the either the one condition will become true, it will work. Okay, either this or this. Okay, so I'm stacking it. What I have to do is that if it is touching the, if it is touching red ghost, okay, or if it is touching blue ghost, or if it is touching, so either one condition in these 3, either one become true, this condition become true. Okay, either it is touching red ghost, white ghost or blue ghost. What I have to do, I want to reduce the life. If you want to reduce the life, you want to take a variable block called life. Okay, we didn't set the life initially, so if it is touching the ghost, I want to reduce the life. So how to reduce the life? How to reduce a variable? You have to put change life by -1. It will make you to reduce the life, as well as the Pacman want to go in the starting position. Okay, starting position is this. So I am putting that one inside this, inside this if condition. Okay, so it want to reduce the, it want to go to the starting position, as well as you want to start the sound. I want to play a sound of dice. Okay, when it is hitting that, it want to hear the dice sound, this sound. Okay, initially it will play one sound that I will do at the last. All right guys, so now what we have to do is that when it is moving, it want to switch the costume also. Let's see. So when it is moving, I want to switch the costume of the Pacman. Okay, now it is only simply moving. What I had to do is that also I want to add. When backdrop switches to maze backdrop, I want to use a forever block. Inside it, I want to switch the costumes. You can see different costumes of the Pacman. Opening mouth and closing mouth, right? I want to switch in between these two. So I want to make use of a block called the next costume after every 0.5 second. Wait block for 0.5 seconds. Alright. Next, I also want to set the variables and everything. I didn't set the life value. So I am also doing that. When green flag is clicked, initially I need this move variable to be 0. It don't want to move, right? I don't want to make it move at the beginning when it is in the Pacman, I mean the cover page backdrop. So I'm going to variable, I'm setting. After hitting the play button only it want to move. That's why I put when backdrop switches to maze only it want to move. Initially I don't want to make it move, as well as in this game I have only 3 life. Okay, so how to set the life? If you have 5 life, you have to set life value to the maximum. If I have 5 life, you have to put set life to 5. In this game I have only 3 life, so I am setting the life value as 3. And if it is hitting, it will reduce. Okay, change life by -1. And I also want to set the apple count. Okay, initially I don't have any apples, and when it is started to clone only you can see the apple number. Why I am setting the value? Now you can see the apple value is 69, but there is no 69 apple, right? So that's why initially I want to set the apple count to be blank. Then I also want to hide the Pacman. Initially, I don't want to see the Pacman when I am clicking on the green flag. When backdrop switches to maze only, I want to make it show. Now, we have to put one more thing. See, the life will, initially, it have 3 life. It will reduce the life and the life become 3 and then 2, then 1, then it will become 0, right? If life becomes 0 means it will become game over, right? So we have to put forever and if condition. What is the condition? If life equal to 0. For that I need an equal to operator. Going to variable, taking the life variable. If life value equal to 0, then I want to broadcast a message. The message that we put for the game over. When I receive game over, it will show this sprite. So I want to broadcast that message over here. When I'm broadcasting message means sending a message to the sprites. So and it is receiving by this game over sprites. So when when life becomes 0, I want to broadcast a game over message. As well as I need to stop everything. So I am using the stop all block. All right, so we are done with the Pacman. Now we have to code for the ghost as well as apple. So we put those condition. Now you can see the Pacman is switching the costume and all. All right, we are done with the Pacman. Now let's code for the costume. Let's code for the ghost. And for all the ghosts, it is same code almost. Initially, did I want to see that ghost? No, right? After receiving, after switching this to after switching this to the this backdrop, after switching to the maze backdrop, only it want to make it show. So I'm initially initially I need to hide it. Then when backdrop switches to maze backdrop, I want to make it show. As well as I want to set the position of the ghost, isn't it? So initially, I'm coding for the red ghost, right? I want that red ghost to stand in the position of -12 and 29. Okay, so let's see where the red ghost is standing over there. I told you this go to XY block is just like the address. When we put the value, it will take you to that particular position. Okay, so red ghost I placed over there, and it want to point in the direction towards right. So I'm putting point in direction 90 degree, as well as what I have to do is that I also want to make the ghost to move, as well as it want to uh, yeah. So if I want to make it move, I want to make use of move block, as well as I'm putting the 3-step move 3-step, so the ghost will also move. And the same thing, if it is touching the blue color, it you don't want to move. Okay, it otherwise it will move over the uh, blue color. See, it is moving over the blue thing, right? I don't want to do that. The ghost is moving without our control. Okay, we can't control our this ghost. It is moving as its own wish. So we have to change the direction every time. That we can do. Initially we have to put that it can't move over the blue color, right? It do not move above this blue color. So I am putting that condition. If it is touching the blue color, what I have to do, it want to repel. Repel means I want to make it move backward. If you want to make it move backward, you have to put move by -6-step, a negative value. So if it is touching blue color, it will move backward. Now you can see. If it is touching the blue, it is moving backward. Okay. All right. And it also want to change the direction and then move again. So it want to change the direction without my control. If you want to change the direction, you want to make use of pointing direction block. Okay, so I want to use an operator block, multiplication operator I am using. Okay, I want to get a random value. So I want to multiply 90 degree with a random number. So I am putting pick random block 1 to 4. So it will change the direction and move it like that. So I'm hitting on play button. You can see it is moving without my control. I'm not controlling. It is moving by its own. The sprite is now moving by its own. We are doing in very simple way. All right, that's great. The sprite now can move by its own. So we are done with this red ghost. Now we need to put the same code for the blue as well as red. Sorry, as well as white. So let's go to move. I put 2 times for white. All right. So, but we have to change the position when it is red is standing in this position at the beginning. But for the blue, I am changing the position when it is starting. That blue should be in another position. Okay. I'm giving -14 and 30. Then everything else is same. Okay. So the blue is starting from that particular position. If you want exact position, you can see. See, blue is starting from there. Now similarly, I want to change the position of the white as well. I am putting the value. The white want to start from my 17 and 28. You can see the white is starting in that position. Okay. All right. If I click on green flag, you can see all the sprites are moving by its own without my control. Okay. Yeah, that's all for the ghost. Now let's code for our food, Pacman food, apple. So when the Pacman touches the apple, I will get one score. That I want to do, as well as I want to create the clone of apple uh, in a particular way. Okay, so let's start to code for that. Initially, I also don't want to see the apple. I am just hiding it. When green flag is click, hiding, and when it want to show that only when backdrop switches to maze. When backdrop switches to maze, backdrop, I need to show that. Okay, then setting the position of the apple, it want to start from -207, and y value I am putting as 150, 150. Then I'm using a repeat until block, going to control, using a repeat until block. I will need to create clones in rows as well as column, okay, in a particular way. If I just put create clone of myself, okay, if I just simply put create clone of myself, you can see it is creating clone, but I didn't set the positions, right? So, but I don't want to create clone like this. I want to create the clone in a particular way. It want to arrange in left, it want to arrange in rows as well as column. So let's see how to do that. If you want to, if I need to create 11 column as well as 15 rows. So I'm using two repeat block, a loop inside a loop, a nested loop I am using. Okay, now I want to create clone of myself. Then see, it is created clone. Okay, it is created clone, but you can see it created clone, but it is not arranging again, right? But what I have to do is that I want to ask create a clone, then a move a little bit and create a another clone over there. Okay, what I am telling, it created the clone right now, but I want to make it arrange. How to make it arrange? I am asking, hey apple, move a little bit towards right, then create the other one. Okay, just like that, move a little bit right. Okay, and create the other one. So to make it move right, you want to make use of a block called change x, right? Change x by a positive value. If you put change x by positive value, what will happen? It will help you to make it move right, isn't it? Yeah. Now if I click on green flag, you can see the apple is creating clones in the horizontal way only, right? Now I also want to create the apple in the vertical way, right? Actually it is created, it is creating over there. We can't see that. You can see there are a lot of clones. Okay, I didn't arrange it how to I didn't done anything to arrange it in a vertical way. So next what I had to do, it want to start from the next apple, want to start from this particular position exactly in 207, right? X value is -207. So I'm asking that, hey apple, go to this particular position. This outer loop is responsible to create the apple in vertical way. So that's why I put in outside the, I put it not inside the repeat block. I put outside. I mean, I didn't put inside the inner loop. I put outside the repeat block. Okay. In the outer loop only I put. Why I put? To this outer loop is responsible to create the apples in vertical way. So -207. It also want to start from -207. Now actually it is now here. Okay. It is not moving down, right? Just like we did here, we asked that change x by 30. Hey apple, move right. I also want to do that. Here I'm telling, hey apple, go down in -30. So now you can see, clicking on the stop button, Clicking on the green flag, you can see the apple is created as rows as well as in columns. Did you see? All right, but there is one issue. It is creating apple over the blue color maze, isn't it? That I don't want to need. So that I want to stop it. We created the clone right now, but I want to stop the apple which is creating above the blue color maze. So for that, I want to control the clone. So you can control the clone by using when I start as a clone block. When I start as a clone, I want to change apple. So I want to change apple. Yeah, when I start as a clone, I want to increase the apple count, isn't it? When it is creating one clone, it want to count, add it in the apple count. So initially I don't want to see the original sprite. I want to make it see only the clone sprite. I am hiding the original sprite. I want to see only the clone sprite. Okay, and then it is counting. Counting means changing apple count by 1. If you want to increase the apple count, you want to put a positive value. Then I want to show, yeah, I also put that. Then I want to put the condition. So the condition have to be work forever. Then I'm using if then block. If it is touching the blue color of the maze, touching, so I'm using touching block, touching blue color, then what I have to do, I want to decrease that apple. Okay, I don't want to create that clone, I want to delete that clone. So I'm deleting the clone, as well as that is not, that should not be counted, right? So I want to reduce that count. To reduce that count, I want to put change apple count by -1. So it will subtract that count. Okay, if it is touching the blue color, I want to delete, as well as I don't want to see that count there. Okay, you can see that apple count is increasing in a bigger value. It is because I didn't click on the green. See, now it will work properly. Initially we want to set that, right? That's why. Okay, now you can see that apple is arranged properly in our player field, right? You now the see now the Pacman is not eating apple, right? We want to make the Pacman to eat apple. It is not eating apple when it is touching. That we want to do. Okay, let me stop. Going to control. I want to make use of one more if then block. If it is touching Pacman, if touching Pacman, what I have to do? I want to change apple by -1. Going to control, change apple by -1. Okay. As well as I want to delete this clone as it is eating. If you want to add the sound, you can also add the sound of bite. I'm also adding the sound of bite. Start sound bite. Okay, so let's see. It is creating clone. You can see the Pacman is eating the apple. All right, we are almost done. Yeah, we are completely done with this project. We also want to attach the sound. Okay. Finally, we are done with this amazing Pacman game. We coded for all the sprite. I hope we didn't miss anything. That's why it is working properly. Alright, so let me click on full screen option. Where to put it? Alright. Okay. I hope you can see this properly. Okay. Now let's start to play. Okay. I'm clicking on the green flag, guys. I'm hitting on the play button. I can control Woohoo! Oh my god, my one life reduces. I have only 2 more life left. Oh my god, I will become game over soon. Oh my god. Finally, I become game over and I eat 19 apples. Alright, this was a fun, right? I enjoyed a lot, but I'm not that much good at play. Okay, and it is very difficult to play by using these on-screen board. That's why. Okay, anyway, guys, you can play better than me. Okay, and that's all. This game, I hope you learned something new today. Yeah, and this is a brand new channel, so please hit a subscribe button. I need your help to reach the first 100 subscriber, so please hit the subscribe button and please hit the like button also. That's all guys, so see you in the next video. Bye bye for today. Bye, love you.